Hey, see, I'm early this time. This time I'm early. All right, I'm gonna wait for the people to come on. I've been keeping my camera off since I've been doing my live videos because I'm not in my own place. I'm in somebody else's place. So just to protect their privacy. Ugh, screw them. Ugh. All right. So I'm gonna give y'all an update on what's going on with the patent, the land patent information. Oh, I wonder if I could put the image on here. I ain't fancy like that though, so uh, I find my headphones. I want to actually really get into this message because I'm really upset right now. And I said, since the source of all of my pain has always come from my family, I am going to go to my real family so I can be healed. Because at the end of the day, you know how that go. Tribe is your real family, not the people you were born to. So, okay. Yesterday was a day for me in my search. Because I know what I know about where my land is, you know, we think so small. We think so small. I was focused on 160 acres of land because I actually seen the massacre of how they killed me. Because so that's what I was focusing on. I was focusing so much on that. I was focusing on that like a fucking dog with a bone. So I said, this is what I truly believe in my heart because of everything that's been shown to me and my husband since we got to Colorado. My father's people is from Colorado. You would never know that if I told you about our line. But my heart knew that my dad was from Colorado because when I was a child, he made sure he gave me messages about things here, certain elements of the land here. It was just all the pieces to the puzzles, they come together. You just got to get you a grid together so you can understand everything. So, we get here, we get all these messages, and we don't know what these messages are. I mean, we don't know what these messages are. I think about 2 or 3 years ago, I told y'all about these eyes in the mountain. Every time I take my kids to high school, they used to go to the Air Academy High School on the military base. Every time we drove over there, it was these glowing eyes in the mountain looking at me. Every day for a year that happened. And I'm like, okay, maybe I need to go over to that particular mountain. Why is that happening? My husband didn't see it the way I saw it. So because my husband is something that probably nobody else is, he's just a goon like that. He found how to get to this particular mountain. It took him weeks of mapping shit to figure it out. He took me over to those eyes on that mountain. And it's an entry door. And it says private property, force used if entered. So I said, okay, that's the tunnel for where they go to all the houses they got underground for when this shit happened. That's what I said. I was like, I mean, what else could it be, right? That was 2 years ago. Remember what I'm telling you, because all of this lines up. The kids graduated high school. We stopped going over there. So I didn't really come across those eyes again. I'm on the phone with the Bureau of Land Management surveyor yesterday. She didn't know anything about me. She just know that she said, I have all of these messages at the front desk for me to call this person, but I never went in there and read the messages. I just got the number and I called you, so I don't really know what's going on. I think all those messages, they was trying to warn her what I was doing. She wasn't aware of what was going on. So when you're searching a land patent, you need to give them the name of the person you believe owned the land. Now, like I said, can't prove that my dad is from Colorado because of his line, right? So I said, I'm not going to say any name at all. I'm just going to ask them who owned it at this particular period in time. I said, I'm going to go in with this. I'm never going to say anything about it. My family's name or anything. I'm not going to say anything. Soon as we get the deed to Bear Creek, that shit says Collins on it. Now, if ever a moment to truly trust yourself, remember I said I would not give them a name. I'm not going to say any name at all. I need to see the name on the patent. And the fucking name is Collins. That is my dad's last name. So there are no coincidences in life, only synchronicities, okay? So I said, okay, we reading this document. It looks like they saying that Charles Collins, it was the notary. So my husband's like, babe, I don't think he was the owner of the parcel. And I said, if they have him signing it as the notary, it's because it was a forced, they forced him to do it. Because I know if Collins was on there, that was them telling me I'm on the right track. So I called a surveyor. Well, she calls me back. The surveyor says, I think there's something wrong with these numbers. I said, what you mean? She said, I think the parcels is wrong because it's not Bear Creek. It's completely on the other side. I said, on the other side of what? She goes and say, I'm so sorry this is taking me so long, but the numbers are wrong. So let me go and pull the map up and put the film over the map. And look, this took us about 30 minutes. I said, take your time, ma'am. I ain't got nowhere to be. She said, okay, here it is. Charles Collins owns 160 acres of land, and the land is the United States Air Force Base. Now, I never told her that that was my kin, and I'm the heir of that. I never told her anything. She thought I was doing some research on something. She said, so yeah, it says the land patent holder is Charles Collins, and the land is not Bear Creek. It is the United States Air Force. I had to take a minute and I had to take a minute. Say that again? She said, yeah, this person owns, it's patented, the government patented 160 acres of land. And the address to the land is the United States Air Force Base, where the college, Air Academy College, Air Academy High School, the entirety of the American Air Force Base, that's on my land. So my husband gets the map out that she gave us of my land. And lo and behold, the mountain with the eyes is right in the center of this motherfucking map. So that mountain, that eyes, that shit was not to tell me that they digging in under there. It wasn't that. They was trying to tell me to come home. So with this great win of mine, I sent a letter, sister text message to my sisters, and I said, I need the correct spelling of everybody's name and birth date so I can add the stuff to this claim. My sister said she don't want nothing to do with my dad. So because I've been working on this for quite some time, I was completely and totally offended by that. Because I don't know what's wrong with people. That pettiness. No, I do know. That's why we're in this mess right now. We're in this mess right now because of infighting and pettiness. I said, you really kind of don't have the authority to say you don't want nothing from your dad because you got kids and they're his heirs. And the more I responded to her, the more I was pissed off. Then I started crying at the very fact that not one of them said, good job. So my righteousness mostly always over whatever that fucking word is, my actions. But I could be a bitch. I don't have to include anybody in this at all. I did all the work. I gotta go take on the fucking shh. I got a lot of shit I gotta do. I need to be worrying about my safety, not petty shit. I don't have to add nobody to this. I'm just like, but we all know, we go through this world that we're in, this occult world, and whatever else we're doing, we know that unfortunately you cannot take your family with you at all times, and they're just not going to get it. They're just not going to get it. And I just can't believe how I take this as a complete and total disrespect. When I called my mom to tell her what happened, she said, wow, that was the end of it. And then she started talking about my fucking sister. I was like, damn, even in that fucking moment, she couldn't even be proud of me for what I accomplished. I accomplished something that nobody has accomplished in over 100 years. They didn't even know it existed. So since I don't have my family support, then now I got to really think about my safety because I'm going through this alone again. And instead of me constantly getting upset and crying because my fucking daughter is like right here, I said, I'm going to just do me alive. I'm going to go to my real family. They'll make me feel better and I can keep it fucking moving. So that's what I'm going to do. I, um, I had to sit with this information yesterday because I was like, so we're totaling up now on almost 400 acres of land in the parts of Colorado Springs that is just nothing but money, just nothing, nothing but money. I even tried to break it down in numbers of how much they would receive, and nothing. My thing is, y'all know how I feel about working for people. I don't care how long this lawsuit takes. I'm not going to invest my energy into somebody else's program when I am the program designer. But you know that when you are in a world where you are, my husband called me a dignitary. I have to look up that word, but I think it's like a politician or something. I'm not interested in being a politician. I'm just trying to restore what was taken back from my family, taken from my family. Um, I don't know how they did it. I don't know how they did it in the past. How do you how do you be comfortable with slavery? The difference with me is I came out the womb like, why do you have me here? It's never been a moment in time where I didn't know what I was and where I came from. Not everybody's like that. Conditioning is, I mean, Stockholm syndrome. Black people have Stockholm syndrome in America. We love our attacker, our abuser, our kidnapper. We love them. This shit is deep. I just blew my family up. I said some really awful shit to them on purpose, and I meant that, and I ain't taking it back. But the time for weakness is over. And if you can't be strong enough, I don't want you on my team any damn way. I just never thought somebody would walk away from the inheritance where they had to do nothing at all and not even discuss it with their children and shit. Forgive them, Father, for they not know. Forgive them, ancestors, for they not remember. They don't remember the slashes on their back, being raped and brutalized. They don't remember. They got amnesia. They got Stockholm syndrome. So until y'all can remember who you are, carry on. All right.